Gav. I got scammed today. And it's not the first time. This is embarrassing. I'm telling an embarrassing story. I'm walking to the post office to drop off some mail, and a van pulls up and is like, hey. And I pull down my mask and I'm like, hey, what's up? And these two guys are like, look, do you like electronics? And honestly, my first thought is, oh, it's a scam. And I was right. But I'm like, I like electronics, sure, let's talk to some scam artists. Don't do that. Don't talk to, like, that's, if you don't talk to them, you can't get scammed. And they're like, look, we were meant to deliver all of these fancy electronics to someone's house, but then she changed her mind and didn't want them, and our boss will make us pay for them. And I literally said to them, okay, this is a scam. And they're like, no, it's not a scam. I'm like, sure, just tell me the scam. You can see why it's embarrassing. Because it still worked. And here's the thing. You often hear that you can't scam an honest person, which is not strictly true, but it's much, much easier to scam someone who's not entirely honest. And I, knowing that they weren't on level, assumed it was some stuff that had fallen off the back of a truck. And I shouldn't have done this, and as you will quickly learn, I immediately paid the price for not being honest. And so I was like, I'll buy some stolen stuff, sure. I'll get some very, very good electronics very, very cheap. This is not a good video to make. I'm gonna make this video because I learned my lesson, but this is enormously embarrassing to be like, yeah, look, I thought I was buying some stolen stuff and I was okay with it. So I'm like, what do you got? And they list some stuff and I'm like, I've been thinking of getting a GoPro for this vlogging project. And so they're like, well, look, here's the GoPro, look at it. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, that looks like a pretty standard kind of GoPro thing. And they were like, and we've got these surround sound speakers. And I was like, I would really like some surround sound speakers. So we negotiated a bit, and because I knew it was a scam, I was like, I can really just go as low as I like and they're probably gonna say yes. So long story short, I paid $200 for a set of surround sound speakers and a GoPro. And they were very nice and friendly, and I was like, man, these are some really good scam artists. And I guess like, but I guess we're all getting the good deal here. I didn't. And here's the thing, I'd assumed it was there are some stolen goods, they're just trying to sell them for cash, they're trying to fence them, it's what I thought was a standard thing. Nope, different scam. It's called a white van scam, and it's a huge thing that I've never heard of. In a white van scam, they basically have these incredibly shoddy, cheap electronics, which are only produced by the manufacturer for these scams. Like, this is a whole thing I was not aware of. And then, as the name suggests, they drive around often in a white van, and they're like, oh, look, we need to sell these really cheap and fast, just like they did with me, and then suckers buy them. They are such crappy speakers that they have this old system. I don't even know how this works. The internet won't tell me how this works. Because I got ripped off and I got some crappy speakers, but I kind of want to set them up and see how they sound. They're gonna sound bad, I get that, but I want to know. And then there's the GoPro. Like, the brand name is 4K Ultra HD. What does that even mean? It's got a little Wi-Fi marking on it. I don't know what that means. How is this Wi-Fi? Here's the thing, this is actually a working camera. Like, it legit works as a camera. Hello, Gav. So yeah, I got scammed out of $200 to get a very, very crappy GoPro ripoff and speakers that I would like to actually try to get to work, but I literally don't know how. This wire will not connect into my TV. That's not how TVs or wires work. As you know, I'm an incredibly optimistic person. And the thing about being incredibly optimistic is that you're more susceptible to scams. Because someone tells you something that's too good to be true and you're like, but it could be true. So a few months ago, I backed a Kickstarter for $100 that had a little USB-C mic, and then it arrived, and just like, it's even worse than this because it doesn't work as a mic. Like, you turn it on and it's essentially the same as it not being turned on. It's just a hunk of metal that I paid $100 for. So I've been scammed to the tune of $300 in the last 6 months. And it's entirely my fault. I feel like an idiot and I'm contesting the charges as much as you can, but you can't really, because the bank's like, did you authorize this? And you're like, well, yeah, but I shouldn't have. And the bank's like, yeah, well, we don't have policies for you're an idiot. And so I'm very much trying to take this as a lesson and, spend $300 now to not be scammed out of much more money later. And this video is incredibly embarrassing to make, but I'm making it just to really solidify to myself, Peter, you're the kind of person who gets scammed because you're optimistic and like to be a little bit sneaky and a bit of an idiot sometimes. That's the sound of the 4K Ultra HD turning off. That's all from me. I will see you next time.